Well, hello, my fellow classmates and teacher.
Wink. I am here to give you a sexy introduction to the cell that makes up you and me, the animal cell. The animal cell is the mighty and much more awesome eukaryotic cell than its lame plant half-brother. But the plant cell does beat animal cells in some organelles it has.
You don't know the complex organelles that animal cells have that make the cell so awesome in comparison to its dog crap brother? Well, let me tell you, but I gotta keep it brief because it's past my bedtime. And I don't want my mom to put me back into the closet with Nicolas Cage posters again. First in our cell is the cell membrane, basically the bouncer of the cell. It controls what goes in and out of the cell. All cells have this, even plant cells. Ugh. Then we have the cytoplasm. It's the jelly-like filling in the cell that keeps everything together, even though I don't like filling. But I want to introduce the star of the show, the nucleus. The nucleus contains genetic information and material, which is DNA, that controls the specific instructions and functions of each organelle in the cell. Pretty big deal. The nucleus acts as the blanket that protects the DNA stored in it. Also, there is a nucleolus that is inside the nucleus that makes rRNA, which is what ribosomes are made out of. Speaking of ribosomes, these little guys float around the cell making proteins, since it is made out of proteins that contain rRNA. By the way, they don't only float around the cytoplasm, they are also located on rough ER. Rough endoplasmic reticulum, or rough ER for short, that name is really too long, is basically the production line that finishes proteins, which is why there are ribosomes connected to it. It also hugs the nucleus. But what hugs the rough ER? Well, the smooth ER, of course. The smooth ER is just like the rough ER, except it doesn't have ribosomes on it. But that doesn't mean that the smooth ER doesn't do important jobs around the cell as rough ER does. It makes lipids for the membrane, destroys toxins in the liver, and regulates calcium in your muscles. All right, everybody, are you still with me? Because we're only halfway through. The other organelle we have is the Golgi apparatus. It's a folded membrane that gives vesicles of protein from ER. The Golgi apparatus sorts, processes, and ships proteins where they are needed in the cell. Now, to understand what vesicles are, they're like little grocery carts that transport proteins around the cell. You see this pink blob dude here? Anyway, these guys are called lysomes. These bad boys break down dead cells, food, and bacteria in the cell. And the best part is, it's only found in animal cells. Ha! Take that, plant cells! Suck on my cell membrane! I would like that.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Moving on, we have vacuoles. They're like storage pouches in the cell for nutrients, water, and waste. Plant cells have a bigger one, though. Animal cells ones are average size. Then we have centrioles. They are only found in animal cells and help the cell divide by pulling chromosomes apart during cell division. Okay, 2 left, because I can only draw so much. The cilia and flagella. Seriously, what are these names? The cilia are shorter, more numerous hairs, like tiny oars that move across the cell surface, while the flagella are longer, and only 1 to 3 are found on the cell. Now last, but certainly not least, mitochondria. We have all heard the meme before. But mitochondria isn't only the powerhouse of the cell, it is also where cellular respiration happens and where it breaks down food to release energy called ATP. Phew! Great! That was